earlier on, we dealt with how to formalize the informal entities. This part, we look at how to enable those informal entities which cannot continue or which cannot transit to the formal market to exit the market. It is important that we create the necessary structures and provisions within the law and within the supervisory framework for these informal entities to smoothly transit out of the market. Now, when we are doing formalization, one thing we need to consider is what if the entities decide to merge, but then they actually don't meet the merger requirement? What if they want to transfer the insurance portfolio, but then there are problems with the portfolio, so no other insurance entity or structure want to take over the portfolio? So in those instances, we would have to exit the market, and the law or the procedure should be there to enable such informal schemes to exit the market. In exiting the market, we need to make room for all kinds of entities to be able to exit, because some entities are limited liability, some are mutual, some are cooperative, some are sole proprietors. And so we need to make sure that the law has room for all these entities to be able to smoothly exit. A special case or a unique case will be room in the legislation for mutualization and demutualization. This is because if mutuals want to become, for example, for-profit limited liability entities, then they would have to be demutualized and take on another legal form. And it should be clear from the legislation or from the supervisory requirement what processes they need to go through to do this. Or an entity that has some other form want to become a mutual, then there should be procedures for mutualization, which will allow this entity to convert from whatever form it currently has into a mutual to be able to play an important role in the informal market. So dealing with the informal entities, the options are to formalize them, and those that cannot transit from the informal to the formal market, enable them to exit the market.